How utterly maddening it is that in the final days of 2025, when South Africans are already exhausted from battling skyrocketing living costs, relentless load shedding, job losses, and a sense of hopelessness that seems to grip the nation tighter with every passing month, a self-appointed civic movement like Operation Dudula now feels entitled to dictate where desperate citizens should or should not go to seek spiritual solace, issuing a public warning against traveling to Malawi for profit. Shepherd Bushiri's massive crossover prayer service in Lilongwe, as if ordinary people don't have the right to choose their own path to hope without being shamed or judged by strangers on social media. On December 29, 2025, Operation Dudula SA movement posted a lengthy statement on their official Facebook page that quickly went viral for all the wrong reasons, explicitly urging South Africans to reconsider their plans to attend the highly anticipated Night of Victory crossover event hosted by Enlightened Christian Gathering, ECG, the Jesus Nation Church, pointing to long-standing allegations of fraud against Bushiri, while questioning the wisdom of anyone still willing to cross borders for what they described in mocking terms as blessings, miracles, or just a spectacle from a man with such a controversial record. This bold intervention has ignited a firestorm online, with thousands of South Africans flooding the comment section to fiercely defend their personal faith decisions, proudly announcing their booked seats on buses and flights heading to Lilongwe, and reminding everyone that freedom of religion and movement are still constitutional rights, no matter how loudly certain groups try to police private spiritual journeys during one of the most reflective times of the year. The crossover service, scheduled for December 31st at the expansive AHL Auditorium in Malawi's capital, is expected to draw well over 15,000 worshippers from across southern Africa under the powerful theme of divine provision and breakthrough for 2026, creating an atmosphere that many attendees describe as life-changing, filled with extended praise, heartfelt testimonies, and prophetic declarations that offer renewed strength to face another challenging year back home. Operation Dudula framed their message as a concerned wake-up call, claiming that despite serious accusations hanging over Bushiri from South African authorities years ago, some citizens are reportedly still flocking to his events, and they questioned what real value people could possibly gain from following a leader surrounded by such heavy controversy, urging everyone to pause and think critically before making the journey. Yet the overwhelming response has been one of defiance and solidarity, with commenters sharing personal stories of how Bushiri's ministry has brought encouragement during dark seasons, others pointing out that legal proceedings have shifted dramatically with a recent Malawi High Court ruling setting aside an extradition order, allowing the prophet to freely continue his work in his home country without immediate threat of return to South Africa. It's deeply troubling to witness how quickly this warning escalated into a broader debate about who gets to decide what constitutes acceptable faith in a democratic society, especially when many of those planning to attend are everyday people seeking a moment of peace and community away from the relentless grind of survival in South Africa. The event itself promises an unforgettable night of worship led by Bushiri and his team, complete with live music, prayer sessions stretching into the early hours of the new year, and a collective countdown filled with expectation for better days ahead, something that resonates powerfully with followers who feel mainstream solutions have repeatedly let them down. Have you ever traveled across borders for a spiritual gathering or conference? And what was the one thing that made the trip worthwhile for you? Share a quick memory in the comments to encourage others thinking about similar journeys. As bookings for accommodation in Lilongwe surge and transport companies report near-capacity loads from South Africa, the economic benefits for Malawi become clear, with hotels, restaurants, vendors, and local services all experiencing a welcome boost from this influx of visitors who arrive not just for prayer but also to support the host nation's economy. Many defenders in the comment threads highlighted the hypocrisy they perceive in Operation Dudula's sudden interest in religious matters, noting that the movement's primary focus has historically been on immigration and employment issues, making this foray into spiritual policing feel like an overreach that distracts from more pressing national concerns. Bushiri's ministry has continued to expand significantly since relocating fully to Malawi, establishing a strong base with regular large-scale gatherings that attract loyal members eager for in-person connection after years of primarily online engagement during legal uncertainties. The tone of the original post, particularly the sarcastic question about whether attendees are seeking blessings, miracles, or just a spectacle, struck many as condescending and dismissive of deeply held beliefs, fueling an even stronger backlash that turned the warning into unintended free promotion for the event. Do you have a favorite gospel song or worship moment that helps you feel hopeful when times are tough? Drop the title or artist in the comments so we can all discover new music to uplift us. Reports from those already on the ground in Lilongwe describe an electric atmosphere of preparation, with volunteers setting up massive screens, sound systems, and seating arrangements to accommodate the expected crowds, all while local authorities coordinate security and traffic plans to ensure a smooth and safe experience. The viral nature of the controversy has only amplified interest, with social media timelines now filled with excited announcements of travel plans, prayer requests for safe journeys, and photos of packed bags ready for the road trip to Malawi. As the clock ticks closer to the big night, the resilience of Bushiri's supporters shines through, undaunted by criticism and determined to welcome 2026 in an environment they believe will be saturated with faith and possibility. This entire episode serves as a stark reminder of the ongoing cultural and social tensions surrounding charismatic religious leaders in the region, and how quickly personal faith choices can become battlegrounds for broader ideological clashes. Which element of a powerful prayer night excites you most? Whether the worship music, the preaching, the testimonies, or the collective energy, share what moves you in the comments. In the end, thousands will still make the journey, exercising their right to seek spiritual renewal wherever they feel called, while the debate sparked by one Facebook post continues to reveal deep divisions in public discourse. The positive economic impact on Lilongwe cannot be overstated, with businesses preparing extra stock and extended hours to serve visitors who arrive with open hearts and wallets alike. Viewers, what's your take on civic groups commenting on religious travel, helpful guidance, or unnecessary intrusion? As we close out 2025, stories like this highlight the many ways people pursue hope, healing, and new beginnings in their own unique ways. Stay blessed. Share this video if it sparked any thoughts, and may the coming year bring peace and prosperity to us all.